We are approaching the halfway mark to the regular season here in the Susquehanna Valley. Week 4 delivering epic matchups, and the stakes are only getting higher. Welcome to Football Friday. I'm Bethany Miller.
And I'm Jacob Hall. Section openers in the Lancaster Lebanon League, division matchups in the York Adams, and a pair of unbeatens go head-to-head in the Mid-Penn. Football Friday has it all for fans tonight.
And speaking of unbeatens, it is the game of the week tonight, featuring Ephrata and Conestoga Valley. The Mounts hoping to spoil the Buckskins' 15-game regular season win streak. But Conestoga Valley does get the ball to start this game. Sawyer Espenshade goes to work, finds a wide open Tegan Rubel, makes a tackler miss, is tripped up right before he gets into the end zone. So just 2 plays later, they're going to capitalize. Buckskins find the end zone. Josiah Garcia barreling his way in for 6. Conestoga Valley on the board 7-0. So same score, next offensive drive. Students loving it. Espenshade is going to hit Cordell Bear. Jacob, watch this. Short pass, makes 2 defenders miss.
He's gone.
Turns on the Jets, powers his way downfield, an 89-yard catch and run touchdown. Safe to say we got a Play of the Week nominee. Buckskins take a 14-0 lead. CV, they add another touchdown to start the second quarter. They're up 21-0 as the youth cheerleaders cheer on. How cute. Ephrata finally finding their groove a little later. Bentley Rearick from 13 yards out finds pay dirt. Mounts get on the board, but the Buckskins are going to stop them in their tracks. Sawyer Espenshade had himself a night, and he's going to exploit that Josiah Garcia connection again. Another CV touchdown. Conestoga Valley remains undefeated. It's a 31-7 win over Ephrata.
That offense is just so tough to stop. Now in Section 4, Twin Valley undefeated to start the season. The Raiders of Twin Valley rather, 60 points a game. Elko, they got a big win over Lancaster Catholic in week 3. Now first quarter, you're seeing the end of it. That is Ben Grundy from Twin Valley. He takes it all the way back to the house on that kickoff, and that was a sign of things to come in this game. A touchdown there, in Twin Valley, they end up winning this game. There's Grundy again, another long touchdown. Twin Valley wins this game over Elko 60-0.
Well, now let's go out to Quarryville. Warwick coming off a dominant effort over Cedar Crest in last week's game of the week. Both of these teams red hot to start the season, but in the third quarter, Solanco is going to extend their lead here. Chase Sensenig takes the sweep and scores 35-0. You heard that right, Golden Mules. We're still in the third a little bit later. Warwick is going to get on the board for the first time. This is in the second half, guys. Colin McGraw connects with Vinny Bagonis. That was your only score of the night. Solanco, check it out. A huge Section 3 win over Warwick. Hand them their first loss of the season, 35-7.
What a way to start out section play. Now to Lebanon. Penn Manor winless to start the season. Cedar Crest hoping to bounce back after a loss to Warwick last week. Third quarter, Cedar Crest quarterback Stephen Reyes passes to Luke Oriole. A beautiful deep ball in stride. That is a touchdown. Falcons. The PAT, however, was no good. Still 33-7 later in the quarter. Reyes, this time, that was another perfect pass. He's got a wide open receiver. This time it's Liam Setkevich for the touchdown. The Falcons are back in the win column. They win 40-15.
I love these games so far. All right, let's go to Pioneer Country now. Lampeter Strasburg hosting Donegal in tonight's Section 4 opener. We're going to begin in the first quarter. Andre Laud going to take the handoff here and run it right in. That was easy. 10-0 Pioneers. LS is going to add to their lead a little bit later. Asher Jones back to pass, heaves it up in the air, connects with Keegan Curtis on the other end. That's for 6. We got a 16-0 Pios lead. And just a little bit later, why not another one, right? Colby DeJessa runs it in, 23-0 LS. Donegal, check it out. They make it close a little late, but the Pioneers do end up winning 30-20.
Now we go to Section 5. Columbia broke a 13-game losing streak in week 3 with a big win over York Tech, while the Crusaders hoping to get back in the win column tonight. Crimson Tide have the ball in the red zone. This is Cameron McClare to Tyler Brommer. Columbia a 15-0 lead. Now the Crimson Tide going for 2. McClare looking to throw, but there's no one to go. So why not take it himself, carrying defenders with him? That's a 17-0 lead. And how about this? The Crimson Tide post a shutout over Lancaster Catholic. The final 43-0.
Do not look now. You gotta love the Crimson Tide. Well, wrapping up the Lancaster Lebanon League tonight, 2 Section 1 foes. McCaskey Hempfield. Black Knights first on the board in this one. It's Derek Catch for the touchdown. Extra point is good. Hempfield leads 7-0. A little later, Hempfield forced a punt here, but the defender is gonna be pushed. They recover. Look at that, McCaskey on the ball. Nice heads-up play there. They're going to convert to march all the way downfield on 4th and 1. The Red Tornado call their own number, get in the end zone, but that's your only score for McCaskey on the night. Hempfield's going to rout the Red Tornado 56-6. The section openers did not disappoint in the Lancaster Lebanon League. It's only going to get better from here.
But now to a big one in the York Adams League, another battle of unbeaten teams. Spring Grove having circled this game on their calendar, hoping to knock off Central York in their division throne. The Panthers have won 38 straight division games. Now Central off to a fast start. Opening possession, it's legend Johnson. Takes the handoff, runs 32 yards untouched into the end zone. The first of his 4 touchdowns on the night. The Panthers taking care of business on special teams. Bethany, a blocked punt goes out the back of the end zone. 8-0 Central York. Now, the cheerleaders, they got their workouts in. They were doing a lot of push-ups because Central scored a lot of points. Now this is Brooklyn Nace airing it out to DeMarcus Murray. He catches it in stride for the touchdown. Central dominates Spring Grove 50-13.
A 50-piece. Well, down the road we go. Now the Lions earn their first win of the season in week 3. Hey, I recognize those helmets. Susquehannock, the alma mater, in town tonight. Now the Warriors, though, they're down 27-8. Don't forget that. In the second half, quarterback Jacob Burns looking for a big play. Lobs it up to Tyler Gates, but red line corner Hunter
What a
Coons.
catch there.
My goodness, a big interception. Next possession for the Lions. Mason Platts finds Julian Cedrone over the middle. The sophomore outraces absolutely everyone to the end zone for the touchdown. Oh, my poor Warriors. 47-14.
He finished there in the end zone like he was finishing in a 100-yard dash. Just
I love that.
Crossing the finish line. But before we go to break, let's wrap up the York Adams League action. The Thunderbolts and Fighting Irish clashing on the gridiron. Littlestown on the board first thanks to this 16-yard connection. Brody Hahn to Xander Spillman. The Thunderbolts tack on for 2. We have an 8-0 lead. Now, York Catholic, they would answer. It's Michael Staub with a 3-yard scramble into the end zone, crossing field. The extra point was good, still trailing 8-7. Back and forth we go in this game. Littlestown's Logan Conaway. This is a 20-yard touchdown run, picks up some great blocks there, but it's the home team that prevails. York Catholic, a big win over Littlestown, 30-22.
We're big fans of the Fighting Irish, huh, Jacob?
Sure are.
That is not all. We have more football headed your way. Action from the Mid-Penn Conference just a few minutes away.
And meet an incredible Dallastown senior who is honoring his father's legacy both on and off the field.
Do not go anywhere. More Football Friday headed your way right after this.
a big thank you to the Trinity cheerleaders for welcoming us back to Football Friday. We've seen some great games in Week 4.
But now we turn our sights to the Mid-Penn Conference, yet another battle of unbeatens. We've said it so many times tonight. Squaring off, this time West Perry, Susquehanna Township doing battle. We're going to pick it up in the first quarter. Susquehanna Township quarterback Torrin Evans going to keep it, going to break a tackle. Watch him go, run it up the sideline, 87-yard touchdown run. Makes it look easy. PAT good. Susquehanna Township up 7-0. In the second now, Evans is going to find Jarrett Kern looking to throw, running out of the pocket, telling his man to go deep. Kern is there. 44-yard touchdown. PAT good. So we've got a 14-0 lead. That's still your same score a little bit later. West Perry is going to finally get in some rhythm here. Adam Yoder going to find the sideline and take it down all the way to the 2-yard line. He'd punch it in a little later, but Susquehanna Township, they go on a roll tonight. 55-7 is your final.
That Township offense so explosive. Now to Camp Hill, it's the reigning state champs, Bishop McDevitt, paying a visit to the Colts tonight. We pick it up with Cedar Cliff on offense. Jalen Hinton is sacked by the Crusaders to force a 3-and-out. McDevitt takes over early in the second half. The Crusaders go to work from there. Nazir Jones Davis, 5 yards out, puts McDevitt up 42-13. Now another guy in the backfield for the Crusaders, Jerome LaRue, an exclamation point, stiff-arming defenders, getting the edge. That's a 4-yard score, and that is the final. The Crusaders cruise to a big win, 48-13 over Cedar Cliff.
Well, finally, we wrap up our game action tonight. Susquehanna and Trinity, both teams looking for win number 2 on the season. Trinity up big in the second half. It's Tyon Berry finding pay dirt here with a 4-yard touchdown on 4th and goal. Look at that. Trinity 48-3. It'd be a big win for the Shamrocks in the end. Your final tonight, 48-7. Look at that field goal. That was good. Some high school football players, now they do overcome adversity each and every week in order to shine under the Friday night lights.
After the sudden passing of his father, one Dallastown senior is continuing to honor his legacy, one snap, one practice, and one game at a time.
Everything I do is for him. He's the first person that got me in the pads, and I started watching football on Sundays.
From a young age, Matthew Moniz and his father, Joseph, bonded over football.
My dad was my coach since I started playing until about 7th and 8th grade.
He impacted a ton of our kids as a youth coach. And then there was an opening on our junior high staff, and Joe filled that with an incredible class. A guy who drove from Washington, D.C. every single day to come up here and coach junior high football. And he loved every second of it.
In February of 2024, Coach Moniz passed away in a car accident. He was 38 years old.
It was obviously hard, but the first thing I did was I needed time away from everything.
In the wake of his father's passing, Matthew initially thought of hanging up his cleats, but eventually decided to return to the field.
I knew it would be what my dad wanted for me to play and play for him.
Matthew's resilience while going through a tragedy has been an inspiration for his team.
The way he conducts himself on a daily basis is a testament to the kind of leader he is and the kind of impact he has on others. He's a person you want to be around.
Every time Matthew puts on a Wildcat uniform and straps on his helmet, he is honoring the one who helped him fall in love with the game in the first place.
Being with him through this process, it's truly inspirational seeing him just be the same kid, see the same joy in his eyes, see him be as happy and as tough as he is through that whole process is just incredible.
My main goal is to make him proud, and even though he can't see it in person, I always know he's there watching.
And such a tough story there, but also, you know, I told him right after our interview, I said, man, I got so much respect for you because the way he carries himself, the leadership, I mean, he's going to go far whatever he chooses to do.
So resilient to fight through that adversity. Great
Definitely.
job.
Thank you.
Awesome. Don't go anywhere. More Football Friday is coming back after this. we've got a big one on deck tomorrow afternoon, 3:30. Jacob Hall's going to be in the house in Beaver Stadium. So I have a feeling that the Nittany Lions are going to come out a little bit better than they did for me last week.
I don't know about that. But the spread, 47.5.
Whew.
I think they cover. I think of the 3 teams they played so far, I think this is going to be, the least amount of competition they've had.
Gotcha.
Then, of course, we have the bye week next week, and then end of the month, whiteout game against Oregon. So the schedule's starting to ramp up. I think you get out of tomorrow healthy.
Yep.
Play a half, do what you got to do, and get out of there. So
I think there was a lot of conversation too. They didn't get off to a hot start. They were pretty mad about it. I think that they run it up on the Wildcats tomorrow.
Definitely.
Well, you're in for a show. That is it for Football Friday, Week 4. Can't believe it. For our entire crew, for Jacob Hall, I am Bethany Miller. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.